Is it audible? Roll number 21. Okay, ma, yesterday we discussed about criteria for synchronization mechanism. Okay, if you want to implement synchronization mechanism, it must satisfying the primary and secondary. What are the primary? First two are primary. It must be satisfy the mutual exclusive and then progress. Those two are mandatory. Okay. If any mechanism, if you are implemented any synchronization mechanism, it must satisfy the mutual exclusive and progress. So remaining two, those are bounded weight and portability, or we can also call it as architectural neutral. Okay. So those are secondary. So yesterday we learned about lock variable. Okay. So lock by default lock is 0. Okay. See here. One second, I am repeating, Amma. So lock variable. So by default, initially the lock is 0. Okay. Log 0 indicates no process is there in the critical section. So this is vacant. Okay. Log 1 means already occupied by some other process. Okay. So think 3 points you need to remember, Amma. So lock variable. This is the lock mechanism. Okay. So this is synchronization mechanism divided into two categories. Okay. Busy with waiting, without busy waiting. Okay. Yesterday I explained with example. Okay. See, first one is the lock mechanism is a software based this one. Okay. It can be implemented at user level, user mode or user level. Okay. And the second point is this is a busy with busy waiting solution. Okay. Busy with busy waiting solution. Just for remember solution. Okay. And the third point is it must be execute more than two processes. Okay. It executes more than two processes. Okay. So this is implemented through software at user mode. User mode means you don't require at kernel level. Okay. So this is a busy wait solution. So more than two processes can communicate. Okay. So let us see. So log 0 means no one is there. Okay. So now process P0 comma P1. Two processes were there as of now. Let's check out, Amma. This is first point. Maybe two second point. This is critical third. This is 4. Okay. See now what I need to do now. So this code is in high level language. By using assembly language, we can easy to understand. I'm going to implement assembly language. So how to write assembly language, you know already. So I'm just copying, Amma, wait. Already yesterday we did this one. Okay, Amma. So this is first point. Okay, this is first line. This is second line. This is third line. This is fourth line. This is fifth line. Okay, so now CMR. So process P0 is entered. So initially lock is 0. Okay, so now check out the condition in the lock. What is the value? R naught 0. So compare here R naught. So in the R naught value is 0. So 0. It's satisfying the condition, yes or no? If the lock value is R naught value is not 0, then repeat this one, yes or no? See, lock 0 not equals to 0. The condition is true or false, Amma? So condition is false. Once the condition is false, means it skips the condition and execute the next line. So lock will becomes 1. So initially lock is 0 means no process is there, so it can execute. Once the process P0 enter into the critical section, the lock becomes 1. Okay. See, now let us say P1 is executed line number based on this assembly language number 1. Okay. In between, it load P1 loaded only first line. So in the meantime, P1 preempted. So P2 will started execution. So this is started 1. Even executed second line, third line. Okay. Fourth line, even fifth line, or else in between without executing the until P2 is executed until this summer, fourth line. So it is not released its lock, yes or no? It is still understood. P1 actually loaded first. So but it is not preempted. P1 is preempted. So at which line? In the first line itself, it preempted. So P2 will look it into lock. Okay. So it will, so 0. P2 will execute until fourth line. Okay. So still P2 is in critical section. Even if you want write P1, what happens? Already the thing is, already P1 in the beginning, it is executed first line. So without seeing the first line, it is entering into the critical section. 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay. That's why this is failure method. Yes or no? So both P1, P0, P1 are in the critical section. Okay. Any doubts regarding this one? P1 just loaded this summa. Okay. So preempted. At any point of time, the preemption happened. Yes or no? So after that, P2 is entered. Still, this is not stored. See, storing is there here. Okay, fourth line. But P1 is executed only first line. That's why lock value still 0. That's why P2 will entered. Okay, and executed, and still it in critical section. Okay, this is the drawback using lock mechanism. Okay. Even one more possibility. See, it's satisfying the mutual exclusion? No. Any number of P1, for example, P1 loaded first, preempted. P2, it readed first line, preempted. Even P3, readed and preempted until n number of Pn and preempted like that. So any number of process will enter into the critical section by seeing this preemption. Yes or no? P1 will load this one, Oh, okay. Already, this critical section, no one is there. This is thinking. Okay. In the meantime, P1 is preempted. So P2 will start execute. Even P2 also started. It starts execution one. In the meantime, preemption occurs P3. In the next coming session, whenever the chance to execute P1 again, once this is first time, again there is a chance to execute P1 this point of time. What happens? The process P1 is already I saw I loaded the first line. So at the first time the lock is 0. So P1 thinking that I can execute 2, 3, 4. Like that, all the process will enter into the critical section. Okay. So here mutual exclusion is not satisfying the condition. Yes or no? What do you mean by mutual exclusion? Only one process will be there in the critical section. But based on this example, these two examples, it's not satisfying the mutual exclusion. Yes or no? Okay, if the first criteria is missing, this is the primary now, mutual exclusion and progress. I don't want to see the remaining things. Okay, this is the failure method. Okay, this is the lock mechanism is the failure one. So why we are getting a failure? See, in case we are getting preemption here, here. Before going to store lock value, there may be a chance to get preemption. Yes or no? Until the log value initially 0, until storing that log value is 1, you will get preemption. Yes or no? By saying this P1, P2, P3 all are getting enter into the critical section means preemption. Okay. Is it clear? So it is not satisfying the mutual exclusion. The next mechanism is TSL. Okay. See in the TSL, so I will write based on same logic, comma. This is TSL. That means test set log. Okay. We can also call them this one. We can also even we can also the other name also there. Test and set. Test and set. Okay. This is the test and set. You can use it. So 1 second. Give me 1 second. First point is what is the first point? Load R naught. See log initially log is 0 now log into R naught. Yes or no? And the second point is what is the second point? Comparison. Compare. What we need to compare R naught with 0. So 0 means we can use as function. Yes or no? Zeros. Okay. And third point is what is the third point, Amma? So if the lock value is 0 means it will execute. If the lock value is 1 means jump not 0. I will explain it. Again it will execute step 1. Fourth one is store processes come out from the critical section. We need to store again which value, Amma? 0. Okay. So in the lock value Okay, ma, see. So now, see, loading the var value. So initially, your shared memory means we are initially lock is 0. Okay, lock is 0. So now check out here, log 0, stored it into the R naught. You are comparing R naught with 0. That means while condition. If it is 0, it will exclude remaining things. If it is 1, the R naught 1 value is 1 means log 1 means someone is there in the critical section. So what it need to, again it will goes to the first step. Jump if not 0. Okay, jump, this means J and Z means jump if the value is not 0. Okay, not 0 means it will repeat only 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 continuously. It won't enter into the critical section. Okay, if it is 0 means the critical section is vacant, so it will enter. Understood? So in the lock mechanism, that is a failure one. Yes or no? Why that is a failure one? Many number of process will enter into the critical section based on previous example. Yes or no? Based on this P1, like this example. So why this is a failure one? See, there may be a chance to preemption at line number 1, 2, and 3. Yes or no? So all the process will enter into the critical section. That is the drawback. So to overcome those drawback, so what I need to do here now? So I can combine this line, this line. Okay. Wait. Same code, amma. Nothing will be there. Same code I am writing. 1 second. See, load log comma. Sorry, or not. So what I am doing now? See, previously store is there here, so many process will enter into the critical section, but now what I am doing now, so once lock is 0, here I am directly storing it, storing lock 1. 1 second, store, see why I am writing this, amma. See, this is the failure method. Okay, there may be a chance getting the preemption here. Okay, but to overcome the drawback, what I need to do now? See, so load R naught log comma R naught. So in the second point, I am directly writing store as 1 means I am storing the 1 value in the log. Okay, so log 1 always indicates someone is there in the critical section. So here in the load point, either 0 or 1, whatever, I don't care. Okay, but I put out one message like that. The critical section is already one process is there. Okay, so I will write wait total code. Same code, amma. I am just changing the code. So compare. Okay, compare R naught with 0, and fourth one is this line is not required, amma. Okay, sorry, jump not 0, jump not 0. So go to step 1. See, amma. Okay, look at the screen. See now. So I keep this point as second point. Why? See, I'm directly filling the lock as 1 means always the critical section is occupied by someone. But whatever, either this lock is either 0 or 1, I don't care. Okay. So now let's see. let us say P1 will execute the first line. Okay. So initially lock is always 0. So it enter into it executed first line. Okay. Comma. It executed second line. Okay. And third line. If it is preempted, what happens if it is preempted? P2. So is it possible to read it will possible to read the first line and second line? No, because in the second line, what is there? Already the log indicates 1. Yes or no? This is P1 is entered here. So it is executed first line, and the second line means once P1 enter into the read into the entry section, the log will becomes 1. That means it indicates already someone is there. So if preemption is happened after P1 is executed 3 lines of code, so P1 preempted, so it reader 1, okay, don't worry for 1 line, first line. Coming to second line, already this is indicating lock as 1. So it's not possible to execute or P2 will not enter into the critical section. Okay. This is one scenario. So one more scenario is see. P1 reader preempted first line and you get the preempted. So P2 will first line it will execute, second it will execute, yes or no? Third will execute, yes or no, ma? So here it is finally critical section. Okay, ma, is it clear? This is first scenario. P1 will executed until 1, 2, 3 lines. Okay, so there preemption happened, but still P1 is in critical section. Yes or no? Still critical section preempted. P2 will start execute first line and second line, but here it indicates lock as 1 means already someone is there in the critical section. Okay, that is okay, fine. But in the second scenario, so P1 executed first line. In the meantime, in the middle, P1 is preempted. So then P2 will enter. Okay, P2 executed first line, not a bother. Okay, if the value is not stored in the log means if any number of process will come and execute the first line, that indicates log indicates 0 only. Okay, so that's why P2 will enter and execute. Even it will enter into the critical section also. Now, even it is not executed. Okay, let us say even the P2 also not completed its execution. It is still in the critical section. So in the middle time, P2 is preempted. So now P1 will start execute. So previously it is 1. So it is thinking it will go and execute like 1. So 2. It's possible? No. Okay? It's not possible because lock is 1. So but here possible to see based on these two. So still we are avoiding this. See, in the lock mechanism, there is a chance to get the preemption here, here, here. That's why this is a failure one. So even we modified this logic, even we are getting preemption. See, we are getting the preemption here. Yes or no? See, already P1 is executed first line, preempted, and P2. Like that. Okay, even without seeing the P2 P1 it will execute 2 3 like that. Okay, so what I need to do now, see what I need to do now, so combinedly I can take it this 2 lines as one atomic operation. Okay, so these 2 lines I combine means I need to write one single code, single line, that is called atomic operation. Atomic operation. Okay, so how I can write it? So to combine this, one hardware in the operating system, one hardware, that is TSL. This is one hardware. Okay, so now instead of this whole thing, this is to write it TSL comma R naught. Remaining, these are the points. This is second point. Okay, this is the third point of that critical section. Okay, critical section. Okay, these two are combined and we can return one atomic operation. Then we can avoid the multiple process can execute, can enter into the critical section. It's not possible by using TSL, test set log. Okay, first test the condition and then set the value like that. Okay, so this is one first point, 2, 3. Now check out. So if it is log initially, for example, P1 entered. Okay, P1 entered and it's read first line. First line means this is the first line. Okay, this is second line. This is second line. This is third line. And fourth one is critical section. So now see the same example. P1. So it will read the first TSL log 1. So log is initially 0. Okay, so R0 it keeps and the P1 will enter into the critical section, second line and third one. It will enter into the critical section. Okay. For example, P1 reader first line, if it is not preempted, P1 is preempted. Now check the P2. P1 is preempted whenever it read the first line. So P2 will start execute P1. So is it execute? Is it execute or not, Amma? Already in the log, what is the value is there? Once P1 is entered, executed, this first line means the log becomes 1. Okay? Mark, listen carefully here. So TSL already P1 is loaded. The first line means, so initially log is 0. Once the P1 is executed, first line means the log becomes 1. As of now, the value is 1 in the log. So P1 is preempted after executing first line. So P2 starts execute 1. Is it possible to enter into the critical section of P2? No, because here itself, this is not enter into the even the next step also not possible. Yes or no? Because of this hardware test set lock. Okay. So this is following the mutual exclusive. Yes or no? How am Is it satisfying the mutual exclusive by using TSL? Yes. So here itself first line even previously see P1 loaded. So okay, lock value is still 0 until store means the lock value is 0. Preempted P2 will start executed. Yes, P2 also executed. It's possible previously, but by using TSL, mutual exclusion is possible or not? Yes, it's possible. How? Only one process will enter into the critical section. Yes or no? So it is satisfying the mutual exclusion. What about progress? What about progress, Amma? What do you mean by progress? What do you mean by progress, Amma? Anyone? What do you mean by progress? What do you mean by progress? So two persons are there. Okay, person 1, person 2. If one person is interested to go to the movie, the other person, second person, he was not interested. So what do you mean by progress means? For this example, even interested, not interested person will not stop the interested person. Okay, that means coming to our syllabus, our subject, process P1, P2. P2 is not interested to enter into the critical section. Okay, so the P2 will not stop the P1. Okay, that is the progress. Here, progress we are reaching or not. See, P1, P2, any process can enter. Okay, but one at a time. Okay, so even we can achieving progress. Okay, no process is stopping it. What about third one? Bounded. Bounded wait means so only one process will not execute for longer time. That is bounded wait. So here one process P1 will still there will be a chance amount. See P1 will load and store and it will stay in the critical section for longer time until P1 get out from the critical section. The other process will not enter. Yes or no? So this is not sure bounded way. Even fourth one, portability also not possible using TSL. Okay. My any queries regarding this TSL? So to in the lock variables, in the lock mechanism, we have problems. Okay, preemption problem. We will get preemption here, here, here. But to overcome these problems, so we did some small change here. Okay, even small change also we got the preemption here. Yes or no? There may be a chance multiple process will load it. Okay, so to overcome this problem, what we need to do? We need to do test set log. Okay, so combining these two lines, we return one atomic operation. So further, for this atomic operation, for combining these two into a single atomic operation, we operating system, some operating system, they will. This is one hardware part of TSL. So based on this TSL, directly here, log initial is 0 means no one is there, it will enter. Once the some other process enter the critical section, log becomes 1. So even preemption in the first line itself, already log is 1. It won't give the chance to execute remaining process. Yes or no? So this is the TSL. Okay. But the problem here in this TSL is one problem is there, Amma. Priority inversion. Priority inversion. Okay. So how we will get the priority inversion? See, this is entry section, Amma. Okay. This is entry section of that means TSL first line. Okay. TSL that code. This is critical section. This is exit section. Okay. This is exit section. Okay. Let us say this is entry section means TSL some code log 0 log or not. This is so now thing is we have two process sum of P0 P1 or else P1 P2. Okay, P1 P2. So as of now the P1 is this is the first one. It is executing. It entered into the critical section. Yes or no? P1 is entered. Okay. So the priority of this process is 0. This is 1. Let us say higher the value, higher the priority. Let us assume. So as of now, P1 is there in the critical section. Now preemption happened. For example, P1 is it did 1, 2, 3 means it is still in the critical section. Preemption happened. So preemption happens means it will read P2. Okay. So now these two, among these two, which is the highest priority? Higher the value, higher the priority in this scenario. Let us assume actually the highest priority is P2. Okay. In general, in CPU scheduling, once the highest priority is there, then that must be execute. Yes or no? CPU will execute the higher priority process. But here, what happens? Alert P1 is there here. So P2 having the highest priority, even though here the restriction is there, yes or no? TSL lock, one process already entered means the lock is as of now 1. So even the process P2 is having the higher priority, even though it won't execute even it should not enter into the critical section, yes or no? This is restricted. Okay. So what is priority inversion? For example, as of now, CPU is based on this priority, CPU will execute P2 actually, yes or no? But in the critical section, already process P1 is there. Okay. Already process P1 is there. So here, why priority inversion problem is means in the TSL? See, P2 will enter into this critical section until uh, get the chance to enter into the critical section. But P1 will leave the critical section means it required CPU. Yes or no? Now listen carefully. As of now, priority based CPU is will trying to execute P2. P1 in the critical section, it is doing nothing. Okay, just it sit calmly. Okay. So now the thing is P2 will enter the critical section until P1 will get the CPU. But the P2 is already CPU is pointing to P1. So this is just like a deadlock situation. Yes or no? Waiting. But this is not called deadlock, amma. This is called spin lock. Okay. Why? What is the difference between spin lock and deadlock? I will explain later. Okay. So P2 will enter into the critical section. It required until P1 will leave the critical section. P1 will exit the section until it required CPU. So these are the deadlock situation. This is called spin lag. That means this is running state. Yes or no? P1 is in running state. P2 CPU executing means state. Okay. So that's why we call as spin lag. When we call deadlock, if both the process are waiting means both the process were blocked. Then we can say that deadlock. Okay. Don't forget, this one. Spin lock and deadlock. The difference between spin lock and deadlock is so P2 is running state, ready state in the ready queue. P1 is running state. These two are not blocked state. Okay, that's why this is called spin lock. In the what do you mean a deadlock? Process where waiting, wait forever. So finally, those two processes were blocked. Then that situation we called as deadlock. Okay. So see, in the lock mechanism, 0 indicates what? Either P1 will enter, yes or no. P2 also will enter. Is a chance, yes or no. But in coming to TSL, even P1 will enter sometimes or P2 will enter. Okay, ma? So this is TSL mechanism, amma. So it's satisfying only primary, mutual exclusive and progress. The next one is turn variable, amma. So turn variable we can also call as strict strict turn variable are, one second. Turn variable are strict alternation approach. Okay, ma. So this is one more mechanism. So in the turn variable, same amma, nothing is there. First point is like all, it must be a software, one software. Okay, it is implemented as a software at user mode. And the second point is this is a busy waiting solution. Okay, third point is only two process. Previous any mechanism it takes more than two, but here only two process can not at a time. Two process. Let's see Amma code. If you know the code, that's it Amma. Based on your example, you can write it. Turn equal 0 means the turn of the, we are giving the chance Amma. Turn 0 means process P0 will execute. Turn 1 means the next process P1 will execute, like that. Okay. This is process P1. This is code for or else wait. Okay, ma, let's see. So in the turn variable, see, turn equal 0 means we are giving the chance to either 0 or 1, P of 0, first process or P of 1, or else we can also take P of I, okay, I, P of j. That means different processes, okay. The code is based on that only, okay. See, here process P0 means first process, Pj means second process. Okay, let us say, assume it. So now here there is nothing is there, just we are checking the condition. Okay, so non-critical section means other than the critical section, that is called non-critical section. Okay, so only shadable code is critical section. Okay, see, turn initially 0, 0 not equals to 0. What happens, I means first process, okay. Even either you can take it 0 or I, whatever, okay. So condition false means it will enter into the critical section and it will execute. And once this execution is finished, we are giving the chance to turn off j. What do you mean by turn off j? Turn off j, see, see, P of 0 means turn off 0, P of j means 1, okay. So we are giving the chance to execute second process, yes or no? J means 1, we are giving the turn to 1. So now check out, see, turn 1 not equals to j means 1, condition false. So it will enter into the critical section. And again, we are giving the chance to, again, this process. So here we need to achieve mutual exclusion, yes or no? Is giving the option to execute mutual exclusive. Only one process will execute at a time. Yes or no? So first it is executed P0 and giving turn means giving the chance sum. Okay, the turn means the turn to come to execute the execution process P0 or P1, whatever. The time, okay, which process will come and execute. This is okay. What about progress? See, as of now, process P1 is not interested to enter into the critical section. Even though we are putting this, see, process P1 is executing and finally it turn value is J means 1. So forcibly we are giving the chance to execute uninterested fellow. Okay. So your progress is not satisfying. Yes or no? See, it is one process P0 is executing and we are giving the chance to execute the second process. But as of now, the P1 is not interested, even though we are giving the chance to execute it. So this is not possible. Okay. So third one is, what is the third one, Amma? Bounded wait. Yes, this is also we are achieving. Yes or no? One time P0 is executing, the second time this is executing, again this is executing, this is executing, like that. So we are giving the opportunity to two process equally. Yes or no? So bounded wait is satisfying. Even this is also portability is there. Okay. Is it clear? See in the, is it clear, Amma? The last one is there, Amma. Just I'm telling the example. Interested variable, same like this one only. Turn variable. Interested variable means if the process is interested means it will execute. If it is not interested, it won't execute. మీకు జస్ట్ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ ఉంటుంది కానీ మీరు ఒకసారి ట్రై చేస్తే ఇట్ విల్ బి వెరీ ఈజీ. ఓకే, నాట్ ఎ బిగ్ థింగ్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ okay, ma, this is process same like previous one, nama, turn, but this time so turn is only single said variable. Yes or no? So we declared that turn variable globally. Okay, any variable, amma, don't forget I am using any turn variable or interested variable or any variable or count variable that is already defined globally. How to declare the variable globally, you know. Okay, so now this is interested variable, Amma. So interested variable we will use. Why we are using this one? The previous one also not getting the progress. Yes or no? So that's why we can use this interested variable. So in the interested variable, same logic, we will use two variables, Amma. Okay, we will use two variables. What are the two variables we use? See, if it is interested variable is one. Interested, Amma, just try to understand. There is no time, that's why. Interested of 0 means first person. He was interested means T. Again same interested 1. Here compared to above all mechanism, this is here I used two variables. This is one variable. Okay, this is one variable. Two variables we used in the interested variable. So interested, if the first person is interested, so first it is checking, Amma. So how the second person is interested or not. Okay, the interested variable actually int of I means first person. Yes or no? I means 0 means first person, 1 means second person. Okay, so now before going to enter into the critical section, it will verify someone is interested or not. See, this is actually, this line indicates process P0. Okay, so here checking is second person, that means 1. P of A means 1 is equals to he was interested or not. If the second person is interested means it will wait first person. Okay, and person enter into the critical section, and finally we are making false means that particular person is not interested. Again, we are giving the chance to who are interested. Okay, like that. Even PJ, second person. See, this is the actually second person is true means he was interested, but this fellow will checking the some other persons will interested or not. So here we are checking the interested or not. If he was interested, this will wait until it finishes its execution. Once this is execution is finished, it is pointing to false. That means I was not interested. You can execute it like that. Yes or no, ma? Is it clear, Amma? Is it clear this example? So first one person is interested, but that fellow is looking, someone is interested or not. If someone is interested, it will wait. And that this second person will execute, and finally the second person making, this is JM, okay. Second person will enter and again give the chance to next person. This is the interested variable. I will share this PPT in the WhatsApp group or Moodle. You can check out and you can read out once a month. There is nothing will be there. Okay. Just based on this logic, the theory part is there. Okay. Don't fear about this code. Once try it and once you can analyze it. Okay. Okay, ma, thank you all. Who are having doubts, you can ask me. Remaining members, you can leave from the session. Even Amma, if you don't want this code, even in TSL, even this is one program is there. Amma, you can write it also, this one also. The TSL, even we can use it. This logic, same Amma, nothing is there. Test and say. See, first it will execute this variable. Target means initially lock value is 0. So in the target value 0, RV is storing. So once the value is stored in the RV, finally we are making true and returning RV. So this RV, what is the value? False is there. False initially. Okay, initialize to false. So here it will come check. Lock means false. So false means 0. It will enter critical section. Okay. Lock is 0. It is 1. What happens? It won't enter into the other process. Okay. Even we can use it implement with this program. Amma. Okay. If you want, you can take it this example and try it. Amma. Okay, Amma. Thank you all. I will share the PPT, Amma. Even these slides, what we did just now, I can share it in the WhatsApp group. Thank you all. So try it once, Amma, one by one. You can easy to understand. As of now, this is little bit confused. Okay. Once yourself you can try it, then it is easy. Okay. Okay. Thank you all. I'm closing the session. Any queries? Any queries? Okay.